Money. They say is the root of all evil, but it is also true that old roads lead to money. The dreams of owning a house, a comfortable car, traveling around the world, getting married and raising a family all requires money. It is also the reason we trade time, which is our most precious resource, to get money. In this video, we will look at a new type of money called Bitcoin. It started in 2009 when Satoshi Nakamoto launched a new currency called Bitcoin with the promise that it will change the world as we know it. Satoshi, even though no one knows who he is, created a peer-to-peer system that would allow online payments to be made directly from one party to another. But how does it all work, and why are so many prominent investors and entrepreneurs jumping on this bandwagon? Stay with me to find out more.
Our thesis at the time was Bitcoin's going to disrupt gold.
Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency, and a cryptocurrency is a medium of exchange such as the US dollars, euros or rupees. But it is completely digital and has no physical form. But isn't the traditional money also digital for the most part in today's world? You go to a supermarket or a mall and you can pay by your credit card or debit card, and if you want to pay someone, you can do so through a wire transfer, which is essentially moving money from one account to another, all digitally done on your laptop or mobile. So why is there a need for a new currency when the money sitting in our bank accounts right now can also act like a digital currency? The answer lies in the structure of how these two currencies are created. The traditional money, also called fiat currency, on one hand is created by the central bank of each country. For example, in the US, the Federal Reserve is responsible for printing and managing the US dollars. On the other hand, cryptocurrency is built using blockchain technology, which begs the question, what is blockchain technology? A blockchain is a record of digital transactions. Each transaction, also called a block, is linked together in a single list called a chain. Blockchains are used for recording transactions made with cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. Each transaction added to a blockchain is validated by multiple computers on the internet. These systems, which are configured to monitor specific types of blockchain transactions, form a peer-to-peer network. They work together to ensure each transaction is valid before it is added to the blockchain. This decentralized network of computers ensures a single system cannot add invalid blocks to the chain. The idea is simple: decentralize the storage of data so that it cannot be owned, controlled, or manipulated by one party, as opposed to the fiat money, which can be owned, controlled, and manipulated.
It's hard to digest it all at once.
Let's take some bites and let's digest them.
Yeah.
So, when you literally buy a Bitcoin, what have you bought?
You're buying a piece in the Bitcoin ledger that represents a fixed digital asset. So it's like buying a bar of gold, but there's no physical component to it.
You're buying a bar of gold, but it's not a bar of gold, it's just a bunch of numbers. So there's a giant ledger,
Right.
it's worth
Yep.
a certain amount of money, it changes over time.
Exactly.
So if Bitcoin cannot be controlled and influenced by one party, why isn't everyone adopting it? We dive deeper into looking at its challenges. Owning Bitcoin isn't simple. For some, it could get very technical and complex. There is a long process of buying it through an exchange and moving it to a cold storage. Bitcoin is highly volatile. The price can jump up and down 20 to 30% in a matter of hours. So high risk of losing money if you're in for the short term. Some banks and governments have criticized its existence, which makes its future uncertain. And last but not least, you need the internet to access your Bitcoins. Unless you have the internet, you cannot really do much.
I mean, the Bitcoin story, it's one of a bubble. It's, a modern day tulip mania. It's fool's gold. I've said that from the beginning. It doesn't matter that the price has gone up. I mean, I've never said that the bubble couldn't get bigger or that the price couldn't rise. My only point is that the price is unsustainable because Bitcoin itself has no value. It has no use.
Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
Well, look, not everybody is right all the time. And I think we have to acknowledge that we all have biases. And look, I'm a disciple of Buffett and Munger. And one of the things that they have said for years, which I believe, is you define a circle of competence and you stay within it.
But it would be unfair to talk only about its shortcomings. Bitcoin definitely has its advantages too. For example, the anonymity of the user. All the purchases that you make are not associated with your personal identity, so it cannot be tracked. Lower transaction fees, no taxes on purchases, and a perfect way to hedge against the market, just like gold and real estate. The bigger question to answer is Bitcoin worth it, or is it a Ponzi scheme? Maybe a little too early to say, but like they say, don't invest any money if you can't afford to lose it. If you're looking for short-term gains, you might still be able to make some money, but it's hard to say if one should bet on it for the long-term investments and gains. This is it, my friends. Thanks so much for watching it till the end. If you think you got value out of it, please do subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. I will catch you in the next one.